Day 303, 22 for 22. Good morning. I hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight. Don't quit. All right. Watched a video yesterday with Will Smith in it. It's about fault and responsibility. You know, and I think we're all pretty responsible. There's my beautiful bride grabbing my butt. But it kind of hit home on some things, you know. We're taught in the military to be responsible for our actions and for the leaders, for those in our charge. We're responsible for what we do or fail to do. Now, leave that open, please. I guess it's not getting left open. But, you know, we are responsible for what our units do and fail to do. So it's not a new concept. Now, the fault part, that's a tricky area, especially with us, with veterans, because most veterans and those that are actively serving, because most of the time I don't find people that lay fault on everybody, and those that do are usually not. And well, I don't know, it's a mixed bag. I don't have a utopia look at the military or the Army in specifically, but generally we don't try to find fault. I mean, we try to find what went wrong, and if blame is to be laid, it is laid. But you know, basically what I'm trying to get at here is we don't usually go around saying it's your fault. It's your fault. You know, personally, I know I've got 2 failed marriages, and it's obviously there's a common denominator there. That'd be me. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. Could I pick the wrong woman? Sure, could have. But is there some things that I could have done better? I'm not going to lay the blame of a failed relationship solely at one person's foot, because in a relationship it takes 2 to tango. Now, so you have to be able to take responsibility for your actions, because ultimately every step that we have taken in this life has been a result of a choice that we have made, and that we need to take responsibility for that choice. Whether it be one single solitary magnitude 10 decision that led to a bad situation, you know, that happens. But largely we are responsible for where we're at. I know right now I am responsible for my family. I mean, it's a co-responsibility with my wife, as it is in, I would assume, 99.999% of everybody's relationships. But decisions I make affect 7 people, probably more, but 7 immediate in the Kevin Bacon game of life here. But you know, the responsibility for a good life falls upon your shoulders. I'm not saying anybody does find fault, but if you're finding fault with everybody else but you, and you're still in your doldrums, I'm watching. Sure. Good job. If you're in your doldrums and you're looking at everybody else and blaming everybody else for the situation you're in, you might want to rethink that. And I'm not saying people are, but take responsibility for a good life and make that good life. You may have to learn how to operate within my favorite phrase, operate within your new normal, but it ultimately falls upon your responsibility to handle you and make you happy. And that doesn't mean quitting. Suicide is the exact opposite of responsibility. I mean, that's the meat and potatoes of what I'm trying to say here. You can, if you have a family and you kill yourself, you're not being responsible. You're not being the person that you were raised in the Army or the military to be, or probably in your life. So think about that before you take that final step. Are you being responsible? Because you're going to leave behind a legacy that a lot of people around you are going to have to live with after you're gone. So think long and hard before you take that step off the precipice into the abyss, because you are going to be responsible for a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of adjusting that people are going to have to do, and that's a new normal that nobody really wants to get used to, is you not being around because you killed yourself. So do everybody around you a favor and take responsibility for having a good life. Work towards it. Plan and work. Baby steps are fine. Hell, crawling. I mean, what do they do in the Army? It's a walk or crawl, walk, run training. You know, crawl first, man. Learn that new normal and crawl within it until you learn how to operate within it, and then build from there until you're up and running. I've had to do it, and you can do it. All right, I know I talked a lot. I hope it made sense. I hope it hits home, because that hit home to me when I watched that yesterday. I was like, damn. Will Smith bringing some wisdom there. You want to do push-ups with me?
I can't do my jump again.
All right. Well, are you going to do push-ups or not? You did it. Sorry, you did a wheelie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, stop! 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 1 for the airborne ranger in the sky, 1 for the infantry, 1 for the fallen. That's not doing push-ups with me. That's like pushing me down, dude. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hello.
Long one today. Sorry. Stay in your fight. Don't quit. If you need help, seek help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. But whatever you do, please do not seek a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Be here tomorrow. You got this. Tough out.